Yep, just a good way to start the year at home. Happy that we were able to play in front of our home crowd and play the way we did. Certainly offensively, for sure. We were sharing the basketball, shot the ball well, and played well overall. So happy with the game, and got to continue to get better because it's obviously just the start of the season. Mag had a career high, I think, with 5 blocks, and Cli'Ron career high with scoring. So. Proud of those guys for that, and everyone across the board. It was a good start to the year at home.
First start with Cli'Ron, 1 rebound shot of a double-double. How were you able to dominate the paint?
I try to emphasize that every game, every night. I have to be a big presence in the paint for our team to be really successful. So that's just something I emphasize and try to focus on every game. So just something I try to do often and all the time.
What have you really seen about the physicality of this team this year versus in years past?
I feel like we're a really physical group of guys. Last year we weren't as physical, but this year I feel like we got all the right pieces, all the right in the right spots. We're a lot more physical, and I think we're doing the right thing.
Perfect night from the field. How were you able to create shots for yourself today?
It wasn't even me creating them. My teammates finding me and me getting to the open areas, me getting offensive rebounds and putting them back in. So yeah, I can't miss those close ones. So yeah, it's not that hard.
Can you talk kind of about how your teammates played defensively and how big it was for Magnus?
Every year I've been here, we've been I wanted to say almost a top 50 defensive team in the nation. You feel me? Every year I've been here. So defense is something we emphasize, being in gaps, stealing the ball, being on the black line, just things of that. That's just something we really focus on. You got to play defense to be good, because if you don't stop people, how you going to win?
Getting out to that huge first half lead, how were you able to play a full 40?
We have a very mature group of guys where we have, 6 or 7 seniors. So with a lot of us out there playing, and this is our last year, and we're trying to do something big. So we can't let games like this. We can't let our mind wander off. We have to stay focused for the whole 40, because we got something bigger to achieve.
And then finally, what will you expect to make an impact against Auburn?
Say that again. I hear you, bro.
Where do you look to make an impact against Auburn?
My physicality on the glass, and my physicality against other guys, because I'm just as physical and just as big as all those guys. So really excited to get out there.
Cli'Ron, you've got a team that's about half returners, half transfers, and new signs. What's it like trying to meld with those players in your first game at home?
It was easier than I thought. I feel like this group of guys, we got a really tight bond, and we were a really close knit group for the new guys, the transfers, just to be able to gel with us very easily. It wasn't hard. So I don't know. We brothers, so it just came naturally.
Magnus, same question to you.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the same. I mean, it was almost instantaneous where how we just clicked in the summer. We had a good summer together, and just hanging out off the court, everyone got along pretty much right away.
So you got a career high, 5 steals,
Blocks.
5 blocks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What goes into a night like this?
Just flowing, playing as hard as I can, and just doing everything I can to help my team win.
Cli'Ron, you had a career high in points. Did you kind of have a feeling that tonight was going to be one of those nights, or just every night you took the court?
I'm just playing, just trying to play. When I play free, I play my best. So when I'm just trying to play free all the time.
I have one more for Magnus. How does it feel like Coach Senderoff talks about physical practices? How did that really prepare you for this one?
I mean, Cli'Ron, Rico, and I have been going at it since the summer, so it's about time that we do that to other teams. So it's just day in, day out. Playing against each other really prepares us for these games well.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'll see you on Sunday. All right, Cli'Ron.
Coach, what did you think of your team in the second half with the outcome pretty much already in hand? They weren't just trying to pad stats, and they were still trying to execute an offense and just kind of continuously.
Yeah, I thought defensively we got a little bit sloppier or a little loose offensively, we really shared the basketball. That was real focus, and we've been that way, every night so far. So in our scrimmages, in the 2 games that we've played, I think our guys have really tried to help their teammates look as good as they can. So we have a lot of unselfish players that played unselfishly tonight, and that's going to be an important key for us to keep that going as the season goes on. But your point of in the second half when the game got a little out of hand, for them to be able to do that shows some maturity. I think Cli'Ron mentioned that.
Everybody was on the stat sheet tonight. What does that really say about the team's depth?
Yeah, I think that's how we were the first night too. I think all 11 guys that played in the first night contributed in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure if everybody scored or not, but whether it was rebounds, assists, making different plays. I think Mike didn't score in the first game, but he was the biggest plus minus. Our team did the best with him on the court in the first game. And tonight he was 3 for 4 from 3. So I think we have a deep group, and different nights, different guys are going to play well. Tonight, Cli'Ron scored the ball very well, and Vaughn was really efficient as well. There's going to be other nights that it's going to be, Morgan or Jalen or Sion or Marquise. It's going to be somebody each night. So, we just got to keep playing for each other. That's really the biggest thing.
What does this do for the confidence of the team when they see the 3 balls start to drop?
Yeah, I'm sure that helps, because we didn't shoot the ball great the first night, but we were locked in defensively the first night. Tonight we shot the ball well, and we passed we had 24 assists on 37 baskets. So those are all really, really positive things. There's a couple guys that we still got to get playing a little bit better. But that I think will come as we get more comfortable.
And then can you kind of speak on the physical practices and what you really saw in your guys leading up to this point?
Yeah, I mean, again, when you look, 11 guys played tonight. Rico, who he banged his knee the first game, so he should be back here in the next day or so. When he plays, he's a real physical guy as well, and we have depth, and every practice there've been multiple practices where the guys that aren't starting beat the guys that are starting. There's really not a big gap. I've said that. I don't think there's any gap. I mean, I can pick 5 guys almost any night and say, okay, these 5 are starting, and the guys coming off the bench will be just as good as the guys that are starting. So we have a deep team, and we have a competitive team, and hopefully that continues. I mean, this is only game 2, but as long as that continues, we'll have a successful year.
In the first one, Vaughn shot 15 free throws tonight. He didn't
Yeah.
have any, but he had a hot start and was able to make his presence in the paint. What did you see from him with his hot start?
Yeah, Vaughn's had a great week. I'm happy for him. It's a great way for him to start, his senior year. And he's been very focused in practice. He's a hard worker, and a consummate, like he's always playing for his teammates. So tonight, he scored the ball well and was efficient. Didn't get to the line, like you said, but he made all, 8 for 11 from the field and 2 for 2 from 3. So he was good in a different way tonight. But happy for him, happy for all these guys for sure.
And then finally, Jalen Sullinger led the team with 6 assists.
Yeah.
Do you see that being a part of his game he's trying to improve on?
Yeah, he's worked on trying to become more of a point guard instead of just a scoring guard, and he obviously can really score the ball. He shoots the ball really well. So, he had a great night in terms of getting guys good looks tonight. 6 assists and 1 turnover. So really good job there. And again, guys have to make shots for them to be assists. So guys knock down shots when he got it to them, and that's a good thing for our team.
You've got a group about, I think, 6 to 7 seniors. Cli'Ron said, what's
Yeah.
it like having that leadership both on and off the court?
Yeah, it's good because again, it's when you have a deep team with a lot of guys who are good, everybody has to sacrifice a little bit. And when you're a senior, generally speaking, the most important thing that you're thinking about, especially when you're on a good team, is trying to win. So as long as that maintains, stays where our guys' heads are at, then we'll have a really successful year. So we got to keep that focus and continue to get better. This is just the start of the year, and obviously started with a really good road win for us, and then came home and played well here tonight. We have a really a big challenge ahead of us. We're playing a top 10 team next week on the road, and then we have a couple home games before Thanksgiving. So we just got to continue to get better. That's really just got to be our focus. Try to get better each game.
Talk about Magnus's defensive impact and what it means for kind of the flow of the game.
Yeah, he's just gotten so much better. I mean, 2 years ago, he came here. He was a walk-on who came here and redshirted his first year and put on like 30 pounds in the weight room. And Coach B, our strength coach, and him worked really closely together. And he just did a great job transforming his body. And then as he's gotten more reps and more practice, he's gotten more confident. And then last year, he wasn't playing for most of the year. Late in the year, because of injuries, he had an opportunity. Actually, in the game that Chris Payton got hurt was against Buffalo. We put Mag in, not because Chris was hurt, but because Chris wasn't playing very well at the time. And Mag came in and completely changed that game for us. And I think now he has the confidence that he knows he's good enough to play with these guys. So I'm happy for him. I am, and proud of him, and happy for him. So he'll continue to get better too, because he's such a hard worker, and he's a very, very unselfish guy on the court. So he's still just starting to become. He's only a redshirt sophomore. Like, he's just starting to become the player he's going to be. And right now, obviously, Cli'Ron is here as a senior, and Rico's here. So his minutes aren't as much as they'll eventually be, but he's getting better and better each day and pushing those guys. And when he gets his opportunity like tonight, and he did the first game, he had a huge impact in the first game. He had a huge impact tonight, and I expect him to have a huge impact every night we play.
And Marquise and Key, and I've had my eye on them since they've been signed.
Yeah.
Talk about their impact in these first 2 games.
Yeah, Marquise played well tonight. 4 assists and 3 steals, and I thought he showed his athleticism tonight, which he had been doing all preseason. Thought he really struggled the first night, but this was more along the lines of what we would expect from him. And Sion's a true point guard and really a natural leader. And I think these guys have really responded to the way he's played that position. So again, tonight, he didn't play as much as he did in the first game because of where we were. And I think, trying to make sure that we get multiple guys opportunities so I can see how everybody plays. But Sion's getting better and better. And, he has a calming influence as a point guard for our team. So he's probably the true point guard that we have, with Jalen being a combo type guard and Jamal being sort of like a junkyard dog type point guard. So Sion's continuing to improve, and excited for him. He's just a sophomore as well.
Got that top 10 matchup in Auburn. What are you looking forward to in that game?
Yeah, it's just a great opportunity for our guys, right? Because we get a chance to play one of the elite programs in the country, one of the elite coaches, one of the elite places to play, and just excited for these guys to get that chance. We've had a couple of them in the past, and we've had some games that have really been helpful for us throughout the course of the year. And I'm hoping that no matter what happens down there, it will be really helpful for us as we move forward in conference play. But it's a great opportunity for these guys to get a chance to play a top 10 team with a number of NBA guys on their roster. Great. Thank you, guys.